Hi, this is Doug Howard with Growth Team Strategies, and I want to talk to you today about the notion of really looking at projects and progress and how we're doing while we're still in the middle of the project. So, for many years, I owned an accounting practice, and I used to tell people that financial statements really look back at a period of time that's already ended, right? They're the score and the statistics at the end of the game. What's interesting to me from a management standpoint is what do we know at halftime? What's the score? But more importantly, what's working and what's not? How far ahead or behind are we? What's it going to take in terms of focus? What's it going to take in terms of doing more of certain things, less of other things to make sure that we get a win? And so whether it's a production project, an installation, could be a design process, maybe even a sales process, if we're partway through, what do we know? How are we capturing information? And what kinds of conversations are we having? Many of us have seen over the years, particularly I think of like football teams at halftime, where the first half of the game is totally different than the second half. There's a refocus, a redirect, a recalibration. And some of it is not just based on what we're good at or not good at. It's what's working right now in this moment with this team on a particular day. So when you look at a project, what do your project managers know? What do your installation crews know? What does your design team know in the middle of a project? What are we measuring? Are we ahead or behind? How do we make up ground if we are behind? Because sometimes we feel like if we've already lost some profitability on a project, well, that's just the way it's going to be. And yet we know there are many, many strategies and great project managers and supervisors out there that can take a situation and say, okay, we lost some ground there, but this is what we're going to do to make up some ground here. Now, the key to that is always to make sure that it's not by cutting corners and sacrificing quality. So I would encourage you, look at the critical processes you have, look at the people that you have on your team that are going to impact your success. What do they know midway through a project? What conversations are you having? And what kinds of things can we put in place to make sure that if we're not where we need to be halfway through a project, that we take a moment, we analyze what's working, we look at our halftime statistics, and we pull out a victory. I'm Doug Howard, and I hope you have a great 2026 based on really employing some of these things that we've been talking about and making sure that every project is something that we understand while we're still in the middle of it.